Do you struggle with insomnia? So insomnia includes all of this. It's the inability to fall asleep or difficulty fall asleep. Maybe you find it hard, it takes you an hour, 2 hours to fall asleep. Or maybe you fall asleep quickly, but you wake up 30 minutes later, you wake up. Or maybe you fall asleep, but you're a light sleeper. Any noise will just wake you up. You just can't sleep through the night. Or maybe you fall asleep, but you always wake up at 4 or 3 a.m. in the morning and you can't go back to sleep, right? The inability to fall back asleep. Everything that I just described, they are all classified under the diagnosis of insomnia according to Western medicine. So what I would just say is insomnia is the inability to have great quality of sleep, not good, great quality of sleep for a minimum of 8 hours. That is insomnia according to my definition, Jimmy the Acu Sensei. And some of you may be thinking, oh, I've never slept 8 hours. Well, then you've never had great quality sleep, according to my definition. Maybe to your definition, it is great quality, but to my definition, okay? But if you feel like you have great quality of sleep, then this video is not for you. But if you're still watching, it's because you don't have great quality of sleep. Because how will you know if you have great quality of sleep? How will you know if your definition, your 4 hours of sleep or 6 hours of sleep is good enough, right? Here's how I gauge it. And you may be different, and that's okay. We can have different definitions, okay? My purpose of this video is to help the people who agree with my definition and want to achieve my definition. So how do I know if I have great quality of sleep? Well, I wake up without an alarm clock, okay? I just wake up. It's not like, oh man, I don't want to get up, okay? It's like, bing, I'm wide awake. I'm good to go. Number two, you wake up with lots of energy. You're ready to go. You're not dragging in the morning. You're not like, I have to grab my coffee. If you need coffee to start your day, I guarantee you don't have a good quality of sleep. Because once you have a good quality of sleep, once you experience that without coffee, you will know. The fact that you have to drink coffee means you don't, in my opinion. Again, we can disagree, right? So you wake up, tons of energy, you're ready to go. There's no moping around. You have enough energy to do whatever you want, whenever you want, regardless of age. People say, oh, as I get older, I'm in my 50s or 60s, man, I'm just getting old. It's normal to be tired. No, it's not. It's common, but not normal. Yes, many of your friends in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, they wake up and they're tired. By the afternoon, they're drained. Yes, it's very common, but it's not normal. And the people in the blue zones who live past 100, they're still out in the farm. They're still in their garden in the afternoon. They have tons of energy. So just because you don't have energy doesn't mean it's normal for that other people don't. There are groups of people, very rare, I know, because most people, they just accept that, oh, I'm getting old, so I don't have energy. So, but coming back, that is my definition of a great quality of sleep, what you should have. So if you don't have that, then chances are whatever you're doing for treatment wise, whether you went to your physician, whether you took some over the counter stuff, it ain't working. And the reason why it ain't working because it's not addressing the root cause. In this video today, I'm going to share with you the root causes that I have found treating thousands of cases of insomnia and reversing them. These are the root causes that I have found. And once you fix these root causes, you'll wake up like, you'll have great energy, great sleep. Let's dive in. So what are the causes of insomnia? I'm going to first go over how Western medicine views insomnia. So the way Western medicine is often caused by lifestyle, environmental, psychological factors that overstimulate the mind and disrupt the body's natural sleep cycle, which is true, which is correct. But if they knew, and they're saying it right here, right? The cause of insomnia is by lifestyle, environmental, psychological factors, then why don't they prescribe treatments to address these root causes? Why do they give a pill? A pill doesn't change your lifestyle. A pill doesn't change your environmental. A pill doesn't make you think differently. So I don't know. That's kind of weird, right? But they are absolutely true. Stress, anxiety, overthinking, poor sleeping habits, caffeine. So if your root cause of why you have insomnia is because you drink caffeine at night, well, if that is truly the root cause, when you stop drinking caffeine, you should go back to having great quality sleep. But here's what I've noticed after treating thousands of patients. People decrease their caffeine, their quality of sleep does improve. It does, but it doesn't become great. It only is like, yeah, it's better, but that's what my patients usually tell me. So what I'm addressing here is if these are the causes, caffeine, alcohol, nicotine, if these were the true causes of your insomnia, then all you got to do is stop doing it. And your body should go back to sleeping with great quality. But if it doesn't, guess what that means? That wasn't the only root cause. So how does TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, see as a root cause? Well, in traditional Chinese medicine, and according to Jimmy the Acu Sensei, the root causes of chronic health conditions, right, like insomnia, is an organ imbalance or an organ dysfunction. Because our organs were built to be able to regulate everything in our body without our intervention. When our body doesn't have that ability to heal itself, to control the sleep, that means one or some of the organs in our body, they are dysfunctioning, they're imbalanced, and they're not doing their job. So in my clinical experience, treating thousands of patients, is I work on identifying which organ systems are imbalanced and go and balance them. Which organ systems are dysfunctioning, go and help them function better. And guess what? After those organs function better, the patient's sleep magically goes to great quality. So heart is one of the main organ systems, right? Now, this is going to sound different from Western medicine. Western medicine doesn't give you medications for the heart to help you sleep because they don't see this. Not yet. It may take them another 50 years to discover this. Next, liver. This is when the organ is dysfunctioning. So when the heart is dysfunctioning, you will feel restless, racing thoughts. When your liver is dysfunctioning, you'll become stressed. You'll feel depression. You'll be irritable, right? You're difficult falling asleep. Kidneys, when the kidneys are weak and depleted, you're going to be a light sleeper. You're going to be restless. You may be asleep, but it's not good quality. You may sleep 12 hours and you wake up tired. You also wake up during the night to urinate. That's if your kidneys are dysfunctioning. You ever experienced any of those, what I just said? So the way I've done it and the way my team continues to do it, even today, we find the organ systems are dysfunctioning. Sometimes it's one of these organs, sometimes it's all three, sometimes it's four, sometimes it's just two. Every patient is different. If you want great results, you don't do cookie cutter things. You find what is your root cause and fix it. Now, but even within Chinese medicine, TCM, how do I know what to do? How do I know when my heart is overactive or is it hypoactive, right? Let me show you this next slide. So if you want access to these slides, they're actually part of a guidebook, Insomnia guidebook. If you want access to this guidebook, comment below sleepy, and my team will send you a link to get access for free to this guidebook on how to get restorative sleep naturally. So in Chinese medicine, the way we treat, and I'll just say the way that I have treated Jimmy Acu Sensei when I was treating patients, this is how I treated my patients. This is how I help their body fix their own insomnia by itself. And this is how my team continues to do it. So traditional Chinese medicine is all about balance, right? Balance of a scale. In the previous slide, I showed you the three main organ systems that are typically dysfunctioning that can cause insomnia. But even within those three organ systems, there's a balance that needs to be achieved. What is that balance? Well, sometimes those organs are weak and underperforming. Sometimes they're overactive and overstimulated. For example, your heart, when it's weak, I can't use the same treatments. I can't use the same strategies as if when the heart is overstimulated. And when it's weak, I need to strengthen it. I need to nourish it. When it's overstimulated, I need to calm it down. That is the balance. And this balance needs to be achieved with every organ system. So the liver, if the liver is weak, I cannot calm it. If it's weak, I need to nourish it and build it up. But if it's hyper, it's like, right? I need to calm it down. Because if my liver is all hyper, and I nourish it, guess what it's going to do? It's going to make the liver go even more, right? If you don't believe me, if you have kids or if you see some kids that are just running around like hyper, give them some candy, give them some donuts and see what happens. Does it calm them down or does it make them go even crazier? Same simple concept, right? Common sense. So first we need to figure out which organs are dysfunctioning. Then we figure out this organ, is it weak, right, and deficient, or is it hyper? Is it overactive? I need to figure out which one it is, because that will dictate what treatment strategy that I use. And same thing, that will help you dictate which home strategy to do. And like, we prescribe herbs because the herbs, some of them do help calming, but they nourish more than calming. So if someone's kidney is hyperactive, we need to calm it down. Otherwise, it's not going to fix your insomnia. Hopefully that makes sense. So when an organ is weak, the body lacks resources needed to maintain deep restorative sleep. But when the organ's overactive, they're in a state of high gear, making it difficult to relax and fall asleep. So we need to unwind it. That's the beauty of traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine looks beyond the symptom of insomnia. Western medicine only looks at insomnia. That's it. That's why it gives you pills, even though it knows the root cause is lifestyle, our lifestyle habits, but it does nothing to help you with your lifestyle. It doesn't address the root cause. Doesn't that sound weird? It's like, hey, I know the root cause of your problem, but I'm not going to give you a solution for that. I'm going to give you a solution that I made that will get you addicted so that I can make billions of dollars, aka big pharma. You have to start thinking like this. The medical system is not here to help you restore your organ function. They're only here to give you a Band-Aid for your symptoms. The Band-Aid is covering your symptom. They think they cured you. And you believe that they cured you, but you still have the problem. Your organs are still dysfunctioning. Once you remove that Band-Aid, nothing healed. You're still going to have insomnia, and it's going to be worse. So traditional Chinese medicine, this is how we look at it. This is how my team looks at it. This is what I did when I was treating patients. So in this guidebook, we're going to go over strategies. What are the strategies when it's weak? What are the strategies when it's overstimulated? What to do about the organs? We're going to go over that. I'm going to give you the herbs, the acupressures, things that you can do at home to nourish your organ or to calm it, right? Again, if you want access to this insomnia guidebook, you got to comment sleepy below and my team will send you a link to get free access.